Hi ladies, welcome back to my channel and I'm so excited to have you here and I'm ready to just dive in and start rambling because that is what I am good at. Alright, so for today's topic we're going to be talking about self-doubt and really how to get rid of it because self-doubt isn't benefiting anyone, is it? No, I didn't think so. So first things first, I want you to know that the reason why certain people have the lives that they want and why they're successful, why they're creating successful YouTube channels and living their dream lives is because they didn't let their self-doubt get in the way. And I'm not saying that people don't experience self-doubt, but there's a difference between experiencing it and letting it actually bother you and get to you versus having it cross your mind and reminding yourself that you are better than that those are not your thoughts, that is not who you truly are. And successful people do not let that self-doubt get to them. They don't, because if they did, they wouldn't be where they're at. And anybody that fails, anybody that hasn't succeeded, hasn't gotten the life of their dreams is because they let their self-doubt get to them. They let the thoughts and opinions and feelings of others get in their way. And that is not something that you should be doing. And I feel like growing up, like especially now, in this society with today's day and age, people say everything and not anything at once. And, we're persuaded by our parents growing up of who we should be as a person, what we should be doing. Unless you had healthy parents, a healthy childhood, then you were bogged down with the weight of other people's feelings. You felt that you had to be a certain way so that you would be accepted, and then you grow up and then society's telling you do this, do that, don't be this, don't be that. And because that's how you were raised, now you're like, okay, now you're taking on all these other people's beliefs and you're forgetting your own beliefs. Like, you're forgetting who it is that you are meant to be. You don't give yourself the time to be who it is that you are because you're so busy listening to what other people want you to be and letting all this self-doubt creep in. Because let me tell you, that self-doubt, it's not from you. It is not from you. It is not from God. It is not from the universe. It's not from whatever higher power you believe in. That is outside influence trying to keep you down. Because if you think about it, would the best version of you have those thoughts? Would the best version of you allow those thoughts to get in her way? No, she would not. She would see the thoughts creeping by and say, no thank you, those are not for me. But because of how society is nowadays, we're so busy trying to listen to everybody else except for ourselves. And that is why some people succeed and why others don't. That is why other people have succeeded in creating their YouTube channels, and that's why I hadn't, because I was too busy listening to other people's opinions except my own. I was too busy thinking of what other people would think except for myself. I was too busy in the judgments, opinions, and feelings of other people that I forgot to listen to my own. What is it that I want to do? What is it that makes me happy? What is it that I am passionate about? Not other people. Why does it matter? Other people have their life. They get to do what they want. You get to do what you want. And it's time that you start separating that. That's the only reason why you're letting that self-doubt get to you, because you don't know how to trust your own feelings. You don't know how to be your own person. And that is why we experience that self-doubt. We are not sure of ourselves. We do not feel worthy of the things that we want. We are too busy trying to please other people, and that is a no-no. You should not be doing that. And I know it's so much easier said than done, and I know because I've experienced it, I'm going through it myself, but why do other people's opinions matter? They don't. If it's not serving you or benefiting your life or adding value to your life, who cares? Who cares what Becky thinks? And I'm sorry if your name is Becky. Who cares what she thinks? What you should care about is your own feelings, your own thoughts. And I'm not saying that you shouldn't have empathy towards others or anything. I'm just saying prioritize you. You are the main character here, okay? And speaking of main character energy, it is time for you to start having it. You are the operant power. You are in charge of your life. Nobody else is. And if you're living somewhere where you don't want to be living right now, you have these unwanted circumstances around you, guess what? You have created them. Yes, you, not anybody else. You have created them. And you know what? That's okay, because you were doing it unconsciously. Now you can be conscious of that and start changing your reality, because that, let's face it, that's not the life that you want. That is not the life that you are worthy of. And I get it, like, we are tested every single day. We're tested with certain things, but that's just to see how much we are willing to do to have the things that we truly desire. Are we willing to make the internal shifts? Are we willing to go after our dreams? And if we're not, and if you don't think you're worthy of it, then okay, I guess you didn't really want it. But like I said, you are the main character here. You get to write your own story. You get to create whatever type of life that it is that you want. You get to create that. If you want to go live on an island and be digital nomad, be remote, go freaking do that. If you want to live in a mansion, be a celebrity, like, go do that. If you just want to have a humble little life in a humble little home and everything, go do that. Do what makes you happy. You are the operant power. You can create whatever life you want for yourself if you believe it. Why are you letting other people create your own story? Like they say, you are the author of your own book. You are the writer of your own story. Why are you handing your pen to your parents, to your siblings, to your friends, to society, and letting them write your own story? What do they know about you? What do they know about you, what you want? They don't. So stop letting other people take charge of your own story. Stop it, because it is not serving you, and it doesn't even serve them. Because why do they care what you do with your own book? That does not make sense. Another quick thing that I wanted to add with the self-doubt is the difference between you and successful people is that, like I said, they experience self-doubt too, but they don't let that remain in them. And what a lot of us non-successful people do, and those of us that don't have that self-worth, is that we allow that self-doubt to remain inside of us instead of pushing it aside and remembering that we are the operant power, that we have control of who we are. We have control of who we let in our life, what thoughts we let in our own minds. We have control of that more than you think. I mean, you have control over everything in your own personal life. You're just too busy letting other people have that control over you. And it is time for you to take back your power and be the main character in your own story. It is time for you to have goddess energy. And I know, and you know, that a goddess wouldn't let other people tell her what to do. She wouldn't let other people write her own story. And that is the energy that you need to take up. And you are a goddess just by existing, just by being a woman. You are so powerful, you are so strong, you are so amazing, and the only one that doesn't see it is you. And if other people do not see that in you, why would you want them in your life either way? Why do you want people in your life that see you as below them, that see you as not worthy? It's like you don't like yourself if you're around those people. And it's okay to admit it, but you can change that. You can start shifting the narrative to become your own main character, to become your own goddess, because you are. And I want you to realize that you are worthy of that just by being alive. Literally, like, nothing else, nothing else. And if you feel like there's things that you have to change, you are not a nice person, you are bitter, resentful, whatever, then change those things. You have the power to, and that's not changing who you are at the core, who you are as a person, because who you are at the core is not a bitter and resentful, mean person. That's not who you are. And anytime that you're doing those things, you know you don't feel good. You know, like, something just doesn't sit right. Why? Because that's not you. It's not. But seriously, you need to remember who you are. And you have to stop giving your power away to other people. You have to stop letting them have control over your own story, over the narrative. You get to write your own story. You have the pen. Start acting like it. Pretend like you are an actor in your own movie. You're the director. You're the actor. Other people are not supposed to be creating your story for you. And if they are, you need to stop. Because that is not benefiting you. Like I said, that's not even benefiting the other person. Because they're just getting to puppeteer you because they didn't take control of their own life. That's how that works. Okay? People that are trying to control you is because they feel they have no control over their own life. And that's giving loser energy. Okay? And we don't want that. And you shouldn't be trying to control other people either. Because in that, you are giving loser energy. Okay? In this life, you only have yourself. You wake up with yourself. You go to sleep with yourself. You do everything by yourself. You go to sleep with your own thoughts. You die by yourself, okay? This is your world, and everybody else is just living in it. So start acting like the main character and take care of you because nobody else will. Stop letting other people's opinions weigh you down. Stop letting that self-doubt weigh you down because that self-doubt is not from you. Like I said, your best self, your higher self would not be thinking that way about herself. She would not be saying those things to herself. And if those little thoughts creep up, push them aside. Say, no thank you. I'm okay. I don't need to think that, and go back to your bad bitch self. Go back to your main character self. Go back to your goddess self. What would the goddess version of you say? Let's say you're, for example, with me. Let's say I'm making a YouTube video. Say, no one's gonna listen to me. I say, no thank you. People love listening to me. Switch the narrative. If you say, oh my gosh, I'm gonna be broke forever. If that thought comes up, you say, no thank you. I'm rich. I'm abundant. I'm full of love. I have all my fingers, all my toes. I have so many cells within me. I am abundant in itself. All these trees around me, all these leaves around me, I am abundant. Why are you letting those little thoughts drag you down? And it usually is little thoughts. And we always give more power to thoughts than they are worth. Okay? I'm going to end this video here shortly because, yeah. But start taking control of your own life. Start changing the narrative. If you don't like your story, rewrite it. Nobody's telling you that you can't. And if somebody is, bye. You don't need to be around those people. There's no reason why you should be around people that are just weighing you down. You are way too good for that. You are too worthy for that. And you are worthy of having anything that you want in this life. If you have a desire, it's because the higher version of you, your higher self, already has those things. She knows those things are for her, and that's why you're having that desire now. And that means that you have to believe in yourself and know that that success is yours. Know that being the trophy wife is yours. Know that having your small little house and your humble little life is yours, because it is. And you have to start believing that. You have to start believing that you're worthy of it. So, just to recap, if you're having self-doubt, it is because you are not focused on yourself. You're focused on what other people think. Okay? And if you are someone that is focused on what other people think, you will fail. You will not have the life of your dreams. Simply put, you won't. So start getting your power back. When you have those thoughts of self-doubt, just let them go. Say no thank you. Replace it with a positive thought. And the more that you do this, the more that you are going to build up your positive thoughts. You're going to start thinking more positively because it is what you'll be used to. It might take some time. I'm not saying it won't. It might only take you a week. It might take you a couple months. You never know. Everybody is different. But you are worthy of a different outcome. You are worthy of becoming your best self. You are worthy of your dream life. You are worthy of success. You are worthy. All these cars. You are worthy of having goddess energy, main character energy, bad bitch energy, just by existing, okay? I promise. I love you, and thank you so much for watching and for being here, and I hope you got something out of this. And I'll see you guys next time. Bye!